How's it going? Woo! Mets win 10-0. One of their most dominant and most blowout wins of the entire season, folks. What a massive dub to start a 4-game set here against these Miami Marlins. We got so much to deep dive. We got so much to get hyped about. Let me see those W's in the chat right now, everybody. Let's get that hype going. The Mets riding the momentum after that big win last night in Cincy for the series finale. They come out guns a-blazing. Trevor Williams, how the hell are you? The offense, JD Davis, how the hell are you? This team, what a big win. That's what you love to see. Taking advantage against lesser opponents. A Miami team that's even been hot as of late. This is huge. I want to see those W's. Spam them in the chat here in the live show, folks. If you're watching replay, spam them in the comments too. We're feeling electric. What a massive win for the Mets tonight, folks. It does not get any better than this. 10-0 is your final against these Miami Marlins. The Mets went fishing, they went cooking, and now they come out already on the right foot, scoring 18 runs in the past 24 hours, folks. Let's appreciate that. Let's ride this high. This is great for the Mets. Over 20 games above 500 right now. We take that to the bank, baby. Woo! Big win. Big win. I'm so amped, so pumped. Last night's comeback was awesome as it was to rally back there in the 9th to get those 5 runs in the 10th. But tonight, the Mets from the jump were the better team. And what does Trevor Williams do, guys? Someone that cannot get lost in the sauce in tonight's start with amazing offense. You had phenomenal pitching. Trevor Williams, in what was potentially his last start in this rotation for a while, comes out nonchalantly, pitches his best start of the entire year. 7 shutty, 2 hits, 7 Ks, no earned runs, no walks, 83 pitches. ERA's down to 3.76 on the year. How the heck are we doing, baby? Woo! This feels good. This feels really, really good. I gotta be honest. My goodness. And it's so funny. Everyone that complained, all the players that we griped about in the past from yesterday or days prior, every single one of those players showed up for the Mets tonight, folks. It's as simple as that. Every single one. Trevor Williams, how you doing? JD Davis with 5 RBIs in his first grand salami like it's nothing. James McCann with a 3-run dick shot because of course he does. And no doubt piss missile. You get the offense from the bottom of the order for a change. No Pete Alonso hits. No problem. Doesn't stop the Mets from absolutely raking tonight, folks. What a massive outing. Jake Reed, who gets caught up after Adonis Medina was sent down after pitching 3 strong yesterday. Sucks that he was sent down. I understood, though, Reed will be sent down once Bassett is activated tomorrow back in the rotation for Game 2 against Pablo Lopez and these Marlins. But it made sense. Jake Reed comes in, and he pitches the final 2 scoreless as well. Everyone contributed tonight for the Mets, folks. As I said before, and I'll say it again, it does not, and I truly mean it does not, get any better than this. So everybody in the chat right now, I want to know your raw reactions to tonight's game. How are we feeling? What a blowout, man. The Mets haven't had blowouts consistently like this throughout the season, let alone against lesser teams. So it's so important for them to be able to do something like this against a team in the division, in the Miami Marlins, and to really make a statement to open up this 4-game set. They have to be feeling guns a-blazing now heading into Game 2, Game 3, then the series finale this Sunday. I know I am. We're facing Castano, the schmuck who went 7 strong against the Mets, only giving up 2 earned runs last time the Mets faced him in Miami when the Mets lost that duel, the pitcher's duel between Peterson and Castano. The Mets jump on Castano. They finally praise the heavens. They jump on a no-name southpaw. They score 6 runs, 5 earned, 9 hits, and 4 innings on Daniel Castano. He's out of the game before it even started. What a massive comeback. This was huge for this Mets offense, huge for the pitching, and such a well-rounded game. Again, something us Mets fans have not seen too much this entire season, which made it that much more important, that vital to see them come out tonight, jump on Castano early, and be consistent inning after inning after inning. The 3, 4, and 5th innings, guys, the heart of the game is where we saw everything break down. So, guys, I'm going to be deep diving everything that you need to know about this massive Mets victory. How did we get to scoring 10 runs? And how exactly did Trevor Williams shove the way he did, being absolutely flawless? And then from there, I'll start to answer all your comments, questions, and concerns here in the live show, folks. And then after that, we may take some live callers tonight, so stay tuned. A lot of deep dive. We have some notes here as well that you see on the left side of the graphic. Plenty to break into, but once more, I am amped. I am pumped up. Let's go, baby. Braves going to the 10th. It would be great if they lose, but even if they don't, it's not the end of the world. All I know is that the Mets control their own destiny. Win these games. Blow these games out. And my goodness, guys, the fact that every single New York Met that has arguably been criticized the most this year, one way or the other, from the pitching staff to the offense, every single one of these guys were the X factors in tonight's win. Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, Jeff McNeil to a certain extent as well. Starling Marte, who had 3 base knocks, which was awesome, but no RBIs, no runs scored. The biggest bats for the Mets tonight were from what you would least expect, and that was huge. Buck looked at this game. He said, you know what? I know Dom Smith has been the hot bat as of late, and trust me, I love Dom. He's someone that I want to see getting more playing time. He's been hitting the ball better as of late. However, Castano, who carved up J.D. Davis back in Miami, J.D. has been absolutely anemic against lefties for the majority of this season. He matches him up here, and J.D. Davis takes full advantage, just like this entire Mets team. So let's break it down. How did we get here, folks? It all starts in the 3rd, and this was after a couple consecutive innings for Trevor Williams. 2 perfect, then 3. Trevor Williams, I mean, I cannot say enough amazing things about this man. He was simply unhittable tonight. Again, let's give tip of the cap, guys. Trevor Williams, the only reason why he's not my number 1 star is because J.D. Davis had one of his best career nights, and that isn't not an exaggeration. Not just his best game of the season, but literally one of the best nights of his entire career as a New York Met and in the MLB. No less, Trevor shoving through a couple innings, no problem. We get to the 3rd, and that is where the Mets offense truly starts to break out, folks. J.D. Davis with the double. Brandon Nimmo with the RBI double. Francisco Lindor with the RBI single. And then throwing error gets Lindor because of Lindor's, it hits his leg. So Lindor gets an RBI single, can leg it into a double technically there, even though that's not going to be labeled double. Just like that, the Mets have a 2-run lead there through the first 3 innings. 2-0 heading into the 4th. In the 4th inning, the Mets tack on more. They get more offense. They're driving. They're doing amazing things. Mark Canha, who had a phenomenal night at the plate, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Canha corn, as we love to call him, with that infield single. Jeff McNeil with a single. J.D. Davis with an RBI single. J.D. Double D Davis array with hits in back-to-back innings. His first of many RBIs on the night. James McCann with a 3-run ding-dong, no doubt home run. That gives the Mets a 6-3 lead at that point, folks. 6-0, I should say. Pardon my French there by assuming that the Marlins had a run, because they surely did not. 6-0, the Mets are already on here in the 4th inning against these Miami Marlins. The fish, if you will. Starling Marte gets a base knock. The inning ends after that. No less, we're riding high. We're feeling electric. Through 4, the Mets have 6-0 of a lead. We get to the 5th, and the top of the 5th. Brandon Nimmo, as you've seen the highlights by now, I'm sure, makes a beautiful, a masterful snow cone catch. What an amazing catch that was by Brandon. What an amazing outing it was for him again today. Got a key base knock, got a key RBI, all that fun stuff. But again, stellar Gold Glove defense that you see here in the highlights from Brandon Nimmo. On a night-to-night basis, this man's defense has taken things to new heights. He isn't just above average. This guy's in the high, probably percentiles and outs above average for the position. Brandon Nimmo, he's an all-star, needs to be extended. That's how I feel about the man. He's been so good. And even when he has been striking out a little bit more because he's seen more pitches in the zone, he's been having a higher home run rate and is getting those RBIs better, which is huge for this Mets team from their leadoff man. We get to the 5th, folks, the bottom of the 5th, and this is where the Mets would truly blow the doors open. You think 6-0 is where we're going to end things? No! We're just getting started, because then in the bottom of the 5th, folks, Eddie Escobar gets on base with 1 out thanks to a fielding error in the shift from, I Bleav, in Wendell there. He was trying to handle the ball, and instead of trying to bobble it and throw it to first, he bobbled it again, dropped it. Then you have Escobar. He's on base. Marcana with a base knock, and that has runners on the corners with only one out, folks. Jeff McNeil with an awesome at-bat. Was originally 3-0, 3-0 on the count. Gets the full count, and then he gets a nice walk. Bases juiced for J.D. Davis, the hot bat, who was already 2 for 2 with an RBI tonight, folks, and a double. And what does he do? J.D. Davis gets his first grand salami of his career. Blows the doors open, gets Citi Field rocking. The Mets are up 10-zip, and that would eventually be your final, folks. What a phenomenal bomb there by JD. Got all that one. That was huge. Actually, finally got some arch on that swing, guys. That's been the biggest gripe with JD. You look at his numbers, and when you look at JD Davis, the biggest thing you say about him is you look at the Baseball Savant numbers. He's looking like an elite hitter, right? Other than the swing and miss rate, the whiff rate. It's not pretty. However, his swing angle has been absolutely abysmal this year. Somehow, some way, JD adjusted tonight, and he was a different pitcher. This was batter. This was a JD Davis that we have been dying, and I truly mean dying to see since really, I don't even know, the 2020 season, the 2019 season, really, when we still had juice balls. JD has not been the same hitter in multiple years now for the Mets between injuries and inconsistencies. Finally, we get a taste as what just maybe, we can get more of this production from JD Davis that can be huge for this Mets team. They need guys to produce at the DH position, and by all means, now is better than ever, especially when you have a month away from the trade deadline. The trade rumors are swirling. We have it here, as I said here in the graphic. The Mets have pursued multiple DH options, with the latest name floated out there that I will have in a video out tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned on Nelson Cruz and a reliever and David Robertson. The Mets took awareness of these trade rumors, and they said, I bet I'm going to go out and blow out tonight. That's what JD did. Mets get that 10-0 lead. Marte gets a base knock. After that, however, runners advance thanks to a wild pitch, and that will do it for the inning. But no less, the Mets, they shut the door down. Miami, that's been a high roller as of late, outside of getting shut down by Shohei Ohtani last night in Miami. They've been rolling. They have been one of the hottest teams in baseball the past week. Again, the Marlins have been a 500 ball club for the first half of the season. That's awfully impressive, backed by some strong pitching and some clutch bats when needed. However, they had nothing tonight, and that is what made this win feel so magical, if you ask me, guys. For the Mets to come out tonight and not just have elite offense from the J.D. Davises, from the James McCanns of the world, but to have stellar pitching from the guy that was the most suspect starter on paper out of this entire 4-game set in Trevor Williams. It doesn't get any better than this, baby. It truly does not. So, guys, I'm going to deep dive further on this game here in a second, but I want to know more of your raw thoughts. Let me hear it, folks. Continue smashing that like and subscribe on. Greatly appreciate it. Help us get to 100 likes for the first short-term goal, and help us get to 200 to 300 plus likes by the end of the live show. Guys, we're going to be live for a while. We're probably going to go upwards of an hour to an hour and a half. We'll be taking some live callers here later in the show. Excited to see Mets fans and their reactions to a blowout victory like this. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Again, we're the largest Mets platform, not directly affiliated with the Mets or SNY for a reason. Just came out with my latest podcast for the Bleav Network and Bleav in Queens earlier today. Make sure to check it out on recapping the Reds series, previewing this one, but you can skip past that. Going into some trade rumor discussion with Trey Mancini and others. Great discussion with my buddy Joe. And yes, our next and final co-host is soon going to be a former New York Met. So stay tuned for that announcement. You will see that weekly on the channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Awesome stuff is coming here on WardyNYM. You best believe it, baby. But this Mets team, again, let's just give tip of the cap. Trevor Williams, chef's kiss. Jake Reed coming in. Called up today, no problem. Gets 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no nada, nothing. Love to see that. This Mets offense, what did they do? They absolutely rake after having 16 hits yesterday in the 8-3 victory against the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati. Tonight, the Mets get 10 hits and 10 runs. That's the type of selective hitting I want to see from this Mets team. The Mets are going to hit. I want to see as many runs along with those hits as humanly possible, and that is what this team was able to do tonight, folks. Their expected batting average was a strong 350 as is. The Marlins had 2 measly hits tonight, folks. That's it. A 174 expected batting average. The Mets did everything picture perfect tonight. It does not get any better. I cannot emphasize that enough. What an electric win, guys. When we look through Wardy's top 5, of course it's J.D. Davis. It's got to be J.D. as my number 1. When you go 3 for 4 with the grand salami, the double, the 5 RBIs, the 3 runs scored, your best day at the plate of your entire career, you are my number 1 star. But right behind him is the stud again. Cannot say that enough. The stud muffin, Trevor Williams, 7 strong. 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 83 pitches, 3.76 ERA on the year. You love that, baby. My number 3 star, James McCann. McCann's more like McCann. Yes, he can, baby. Getting that absolutely massive, towering 3-run dick shot of a home run, 1 for 4 with the bomb, the 3 RBIs and the run scored. My number 4 star, I went with Brandon Nimmo. Wasn't the best offensively today. Had to walk on base a couple times, an RBI run scored. But Nimmo, with his great offense and his great defense, I had to put him in there. He's just been so well-rounded with his game, and we need that. This Mets team needs that, folks. He's robbing hits in the outfield, and he's getting those hits at the plate. The best of both worlds. On my number 5 star, Potato, you could put up a toss-up. You could have said, hey, Marte, 3 for 5 tonight, deserves to be in there. I don't blame you one bit. I just went with Mark Canha because Canha at least had 2 runs scored tonight, which is always important to see. Not that, of course, Marte can control when a guy in the lap is batting and actually able to drive him in. No less Mark Canha with some strong base awareness. 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. We take that to the bank. And that, folks, is how your New York Mets, the Amazins, get off to a phenomenal start here in Queens to start things off at a 4-game set against these Miami Marlins, guys. So Yankees beat Boston. I did see that as well. Guys, keep me updated on the Braves game as well. I'm curious. I know that it's tied 1-1 as of now still. But, guys, everybody in the chat, I want to know, what was your biggest X factor ever player tonight, folks? For me, again, Trevor Williams, I will give him all the benefit of the doubt, but I just have to go with JD. The fact that JD, this guy, the guy that we have called a schmuck, the man that listened 24 hours ago, I was ranting, sitting right in this damn chair, talking to you, the viewers at home, or wherever you're watching this, that JD Davis should not be in the DH. It has to be Dom. Okay, JD has been too anemic. He doesn't deserve to be there. Buck goes with his gut, lefty on righty, and finally, the Mets get production from a power righty bat in JD Davis, showing that 2019 JD that we haven't seen literally in 3 effing years, if not longer. Huge for the Mets. Huge for JD. Hopefully this, again, is a momentum swing that they can ride throughout the remainder of the series and get that series dub. At minimum, winning 3 of 4. Sweep would be magical, but at minimum, winning 3 of 4 against Miami. You got Chris Bassett, Seabass back in the rotation on the bump against Pablo Lopez tomorrow. Then you got Game 3, which is going to be Saturday. Keith Hernandez night, baby. You'll love to see that. That's going to be a phenomenal matchup as well. And then the series finale this Sunday. A lot of big matchups against these fish, but to take advantage now in this series before you start things off. And a huge, one of the first massive series of 15 games against the Atlanta Braves, guys, in the second half of the year will be, in fact, massive. I cannot wait for it. But you got to take advantage of the schedule that you have right now. You need to continue leg out wins. And again, out of all the wins that the Mets have had this season, folks, I think that there's a rightful argument that this was, in fact, if not the best, then surely one of the best, most well-rounded wins the Amazins have had all year long. It's one thing for the Mets to put up a 10 spot on the opposing team. It's another for the Mets to get a 10 spot against the opposing team while simultaneously not allowing any runs and no more than 2 measly hits as your Miami Marlins, the fish. You know how difficult that is to do? You know how rare that has been, not just for the Mets, but for many teams to see something of that nature blowout-wise to transpire. That's huge. The Yankees, I know they blew out the Pirates like 16-0 yesterday. The Mets blew out the Marlins today. And what I love about this blowout more than anything else, guys, isn't just JD Davis, James McCann, Trevor Williams, all these guys. It's the fact that you did this against an NL East rival that's been right around 500 this entire first half of the year. The Marlins ain't no slouch. They're not a bottom feeder nearly to the degree of the Washington Nationals, the Cincinnati Reds, the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, when you look at what the Miami Marlins have been this year, they have been a strong, stingy, and pesky team that we have seen year in and year out. They're exemplifying that once again. So to have this dominant of a win is not just a great sign, but hopefully a momentum swing that they can continue to carry over into hopefully getting a series dub over the next couple of days. But guys, I ranted about this game. I'm feeling electric. I know you guys are too. I want to start to answer all your comments, questions, and concerns here in the chat before we take live callers in the next 25 minutes or so. So guys, everyone in the live chat, I'm going to start to answer all your comments, questions, and concerns now. People on replay, let me know your thoughts down below. How you feel after the Mets get a massive victory. Wayne tonight is your final 10-0 against the Miami Marlins. Who was your biggest standout? Let me know in the comments down below for sure. And are you feeling better about this Mets team? Are you happy with the offense breaking out? Because I know as a Mets fan, yeah, I surely am. No less, regardless of what your feelings are, make sure to let me know them down in the comments. And again, if you enjoyed this Mets content, if you're excited for more Mets content, more content tomorrow, we got a video. We'll get a post-game live show or at worst recap tomorrow, depending on my schedule. Plenty of content coming out, weekly podcasts after every series for the Bleav Network. So much going on here in Mets land. Don't hesitate from smashing that like and subscribe on. Help us get to 100 plus likes here in the live show. Help us get 200 plus likes by the end of the live show. And help us get a 16K subs for the next short-term goal here on the channel. Love you guys. Thank you so much. People in the live chat, let's get those comments. People on replay, this is where we're cutting things off.